It's your boy Hyphen Jersey. You're now tuning in to Hyphen Eagles. Right now, I'm out trying to handle some business right now, but I'm like, you know what? While I'm driving, I'm just gonna tune in and show my face and give my opinions and how I feel on, the recent game that just happened between Philadelphia Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs. It was a lot of people say it was a sloppy game. Well, some people say it was a sloppy game. Some people just say it was a hard-fought game. It's a lot of opinions out there. How I feel, that's why I'm on here, is to say that, I just feel like it was a hard-fought game. It's the second game of the season. A lot of times those seasons be a little bit of undisciplinary type stuff that needs to, clean up, on both sides with penalties and, with a lot of stuff. A lot of these teams be having new guys, and, especially for the Philadelphia Eagles, with a lot of this rotational and guys coming in and trying to, do things, trying to get their name up, and they just trying to show something. But yeah, like overall, it was a hard-fought defensive game. Like, yes, it could have went more better. A lot of stuff that was left on the field could have been, a little bit more. Especially on that offensive side. Vic Fangio did a good enough job for that defense yesterday to rattle up Patrick Mahomes. Like, Vic Fangio, he actually switched it up, and that was a good thing. He didn't try to just rely on his front four to get after Patrick. He actually put pressure in it, and he switched it up because they probably game planned that. They probably looked at the tape dealing with the Super Bowl and everything, and they just probably was like, this is what we, just trying to assess what they have with the Eagles already. So for him to switch it up and to actually show something different to catch him off guard, I like that. Him blitzing and be like, you know what, I'm going to blitz because, they might not expect that. They might think I'm too afraid to blitz because I'm known to not to blitz. Like, because Vic Fangio is known not to blitz that much, especially how much he did in that game. So I like the mix up. I like the game plan. Some guys really need to step up and hold their arms, especially. I'm pretty sure everybody feel the same way I feel. Well, Adore Jackson, he definitely gotta. Hey man, either if Vic Fangio gonna keep him in there, he gonna have to really step his game up and really. I know he needs the time, he needs the rep, he needs the the experience and everything. But like, man, like we got no time to waste, man. I mean, we are 2-0, so that's a good start. But at the end of the day, like, we don't want to fall short like we did in that 2023 season at the end of the year, because we had some mistakes, we had some problems that didn't assess with. Like, it's starting to look like Brian Johnson offense already. Kevin Patullo, he have to step up with this play calling. That's why guys is not getting the ball. People just coming at Jalen Hurts. But like, man, they replay these games back to back, and he don't have really nobody to throw to, like, most of the time. Like, is they not open. I'm glad that he's not forcing passes, and he's not doing what a lot of teams do. Like, let me tell you, when teams play the Philadelphia Eagles, when the teams play, they can't shoot themselves in the foot. They gotta come with all 4 quarters, like, and they gotta and you play the Philadelphia Eagles. You gotta seal the moments. When you play the Eagles, you gotta seal the moments. That's just what it is. You can say about well, on the Cowboys game, CD dropped the passes. You could say with the Chief game, Kelsey dropped the pass. Like, yo, you gotta seal that moment. If that was the Eagles, we seal moments. Like, we take advantage of what the teams give us, and a lot of these teams don't take advantage of what they give us, like what we give them. And that's the whole turning point of the game. Like, you gotta seal the moments when you play the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, you gotta bring your whole 4 quarters of You gotta play a clean game, no mistakes, no turnovers, and nothing. Because soon as you turn that ball over mistakes, we gonna take advantage of it, and that's just how it is. The Eagles gonna take advantage of it, and that's the whole point. You know, you see a lot of people is talking about this false starts and everything. Listen, like that first false start that happened on the goal line, let's be for real. Like, let's talk about it. Because this is like one thing I hear about a lot of the analysts that does not bring up a lot of this stuff. And excuse me if there's a lot of sunlight because I'm driving. There's a lot of sun out here. I'm trying, you know, keep it good enough that you can see me, you know. But a lot of these analysts that really gets to me of what they don't speak about and when they always talking about and everything, you know. Yeah, okay, false starts, like the with the false starts and everything. Yeah, the official missed it. The official missed the false start. I got it, but it doesn't change the fact that the score should have been 20. The score was right, 20-17, because that first quarterback sneak, that was a touchdown. Nick Sirianni challenged the play. Even the commentary looked at it. That ball broke the goal line. It broke that goal line. So the ball don't lie. Yeah, they missed that false start when they went up in there and they went up and they tried to do it again, and we got it a second time, and that was the false start. Yeah, they missed it, but it shouldn't even be. It should have never been a second time in the first place, because that first quarterback sneak was a touchdown, and they not gonna overturn it. You could see the ball over the goal line. You could see it. It's over the goal line, and you gonna tell me they didn't overturn it? Oh, because you could see the ball. You see the ball in his hand. He had a cuff. You see it over the goal line, and they not gonna overturn that. So no, like, I don't want to hear the score should have been 20-17 like it's supposed to be. It was like, so false start. Like, listen, it shouldn't even been a second quarterback sneak in the first place, because that first quarterback sneak in the goal line was a touchdown. They missed it. Okay, yeah, they missed a false start, but it shouldn't even been a second quarterback sneak. Why they didn't overturn it? We could talk about that. So I don't want to hear none of that. The second one, when we got the ball back and they false started again, yeah, I could give them that. You know, that should have been called, and I understand that, and I could give them that. But it doesn't change the fact the score shouldn't have been 20-17. Yeah, we should never got that second quarter or false start. We should never got it. You know, they should have been called, and I can give you that. But it don't defeat the purpose that the score should have been set 20-17, because that first quarterback sneak was a touchdown, and they didn't overturn it, and that was crazy. You could see that ball breaking the plane. You could see it clear as day, and they not gonna overturn that. I don't want to hear none of that. So that's not try to that's keep it real, and that's speak on with things that they don't want to speak about, like, you know. So listen, it was bad calls, because that roughing the passer that they call against us at the end of the game, that towards the end of the game, where and that gave Patrick Mahomes enough time to get a touchdown at the end of the game to make it close, to make it 17 when it should have been 20-10, and like that was a bad call, right? Like, he didn't even really. It hit up just slightly, but it wasn't even a roughing the pass enough to be a roughing the passer. Come on, like, that wasn't even enough to be a roughing the passer. It was a tap. And I don't give me, no matter what, they gonna call that, no matter a tap. I don't want to hear none of that. That was a tap. Like, come on, that really was a bad call. That call, even they looked at it, they was like, I don't know about that. That was enough. Even they looked at it, like, come on, man, don't give me that. Like, that wasn't even. I shouldn't have never been called. But all right, cool. I'm not gonna complain about it, because that false start should have been called. But it was even bad calls on both. So the score is correct. 2017, it was one of those type of games, and we came out, and the Eagles came out. So I don't want to hear no excuse. I don't want to hear nothing. So that's all I want to speak about. But my main focus, my main focus that's going to the next game. I don't know. I forget. I believe is we play the Rams or the Buccaneers next. I forget who we play next. I'm gonna have another video talking about it. But yeah, we gotta be prepared. Like, because we gotta score. Kevin Patullo, my man, you gotta get this. You gotta open up this playbook. Like, you gotta get your receivers involved. Like, it's no excuse. No excuse that you can't get two dynamic receivers involved. Like, come on, man. All these, and then only plays he was giving AJ Brown is 5-yard slant routes. Like, come on, like, you gotta be creative. Like, please, this looking a little worse than Brian Johnson with the very predictable and standard type offensive plays. Like, gotta get better with this offense, man. Gotta get better with this offense. Yeah, man. Gotta get better with the offensive plays, man. Shit is no excuse. There's no reason that we looking on this offense side, because the offense should be the strong point of this team, because of the weakness of the rookies that we got on that defense side. We should be way more better than what we is on the offense because of that reason. And man, only time will tell. But we 2-0. Rough start on both games. The first game was better, more of a better offense of play calling than this one. But hey, man, I guess good way to fight through it, good way to just dug out and get the win. But we gotta look more better on this offense side, yo. We gotta look more better. The Eagles, y'all, Kevin Patullo, Nick Sirianni, y'all gonna have to figure this out on this offensive side, because man, it's not looking right. It's definitely not looking right. So but that's all I want to speak about. Just a quick video. I'm out here trying to make some money and do some moves. Come with another video, speaking more through the week. But yeah, definitely stay tuned. And like, man, like, on to the next one. So we're gonna see how it's gonna play out, and we'll see what they have. So that being said and done, I'm gonna let y'all be. You already know. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for following, and subscribing to the channel. Much appreciated. It's your boy Jers. Thanks for tuning in. Eagles. Bird game. I'm out.